go and look this past May, and I discovered Dominical, or specifically Canto del Mar. And so we decided to, we've always been closer to Tamarindo area. We've been,
Well, that's one of the ones we looked at.
yeah,
When we went this May, when I went fishing first, then we went over to the Pacific side. We first spent a couple days in Dominical looking at homes. Then we spent a couple days in Jaco looking at some condos, and then we spent 5 days in Tamarindo. It was our fifth time to Tamarindo, looking for condos or units there.
but what we like about Canto del Mar is that it's also a standalone villa, as opposed to condos where you share walls with other owners. So that's,
And
go
it's
ahead.
right on a
Yes.
hillside,
Oh,
so, and it's right in the
yeah.
jungle, and there's animals around,
And the view
lush
is
foliage.
just awesome. And you can walk down to the beach. It's not right on the beach, but
But you weren't convinced right away.
not right
Every
away.
every other place we go to, when we went to Jaco, there was a very nice condo right on the beach.
Yes.
And I could just see my wife is very impulsive, and whatever she sees next is what
It was
she
beautiful.
wants. If it's nice and it's sharp looking,
The condo
which I
unit
don't know
itself was
how that
beautiful.
worked for her picking me. But,
But anyway, we were there looking at this beautiful, beautiful 2 units actually,
In the same
in the
condo
same
development.
complex, and then it's right next to
Probably a 7, 8, maybe 10-story casino.
casino,
And
and
they
then
were
at
having
4 o'clock
some
they
outside.
had some outside event, and that's
The
when
noise,
the
the
noise,
music was so loud you could hear it
even from the
inside.
inside, and so we scratched it right away.
Yeah.
We go on
And then
vacation.
we went to Tamarindo, and there was a nice condo up on the mountain with kind of it's probably a very nice view, similar to the Kanto view. And then she wanted that.
I think I was tired by the end of the trip. I was ready
But
to.
that kitchen was a little
Bye.
small,
Yeah,
and the living room was a little small.
it was beautiful too.
It was a very nice unit, and if we hadn't gotten this Kanto unit, we probably would have put an offer in for that
Right,
one.
that was our number 2 choice.
In fact, one of the other units we looked at in Tamarindo was shown to us by a fellow that I recognized from one of the previous International House Hunters episodes, and I remarked to him about that, and I forget his last name. His
Chris
first name was
something.
Chris, yeah.
Yeah.
So he talked to us about that, and we told him that we might try and do the House Hunters episodes, and so that's why we're sitting here. I guess we just closed a couple weeks ago on the unit. It was kind of a harrowing process. The first SPA we signed,
Was in
sales and
June.
purchase agreement, was supposed to close June 24th.
We were supposed to go back in July, right? And
June.
close.
June 24th.
And it's
And
been.
so the SPA, one of the requirements was that because we wanted a plunge pool, we didn't really want this unit without a plunge pool, both for our own use and for rental purposes, because we intend to rent out the condo or the villa.
villa.
So the owner submitted for that, and it wasn't approved. So we canceled the SPA, got our money back. I got it wired back home, and
Yes, it was already
And supposedly-
canceled our flights. We already had flights to go.
yeah,
Oh.
thankfully got our money back on the flight. But the owner supposedly was going to pursue getting the permit by having the engineer come out and do an appraisal on the slope opposite our unit that needed some space for the neighbor next to us to turn around. So when I got back from a fishing trip to Canada to the Arctic, found out that he hadn't done anything, and so I talked to June, and I said,
Again.
well, the lawyer that we'd had for our first SPA had said, well, why don't you put in a lower bid since you don't have the pool, and then you can try and get the pool later.
After we bought the unit.
So that's what we did, except June didn't want to do it.
No,
Tell her
I,
what she said.
I said, I'm done. If you want to pursue this, go ahead, but I'm done. And Gary's a very persistent guy.
I guess that's how we got married.
He's
But
very
anyway-
persistent.
Anyway, tell him what you
So-
said when we were down now for the closing and
Oh,
for the first time in our unit. Tell him what you
I
said.
said, oh, Gary, thank you very much. This is all worth it. And so I have been thanking him ever since. Because
Yeah.
it is truly beautiful.
Yeah, don't forget it.
I know, he's going to remind me all the time.
Yeah.
So-
Okay.
So anyway, this is
That's
a
about
little
it.
bit of our story. So let us know what you think, and we'll go from here.
And this is our
This
is our dog,
baby,
Lainey.
our fur
Oh, come here,
baby.
come
Come here, lady. And she will be going to Costa Rica
yeah,
with us.
she doesn't know it yet, and she's
We'll find a way
definitely
to.
afraid of flying. So we
We'll
hope
find a
that
way to
hope
take
that
her
works
with
out.
us.
Lainey, look at the camera. Okay. We will send a separate video that we took clear back in May when we first toured the unit for the inside, or to show you the outside and inside of the unit.
I think we will have before and after pictures
Yeah.
because we're doing a lot of
We're,
updating.
yeah, we're in the
upgrading.
process right now. We replaced all the appliances. We're going to add the plunge pool
They're painting now.
and deck expansion and a parking space, and hopefully we'll have it all done before we go back the first 2 weeks of December.
December.
That's our plan.